You are now tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
Dub T motherfucking dub, ho.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And this is episode 138.
Dub T motherfucking
138.
dub, ho.
138. 138. 138. Yay! I'm so excited. Welcome and thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and I appreciate that. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said. If you are listening to us from wherever it is that you're listening to us from, I appreciate you so much. We have Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube. You see, you watching on YouTube, you see the sleigh. If you do not, you can follow me on Instagram, Claudia Renee, two E's, two underscores. And you can also follow us, the Ambition Hour podcast, on Instagram and Twitter at Ambition Hour. I am very excited, blessed, humbled, and grateful to just be able to do 130 episodes. And it's a milestone that I didn't really put too much thought into it, but a lot of things have actually changed since we last recorded the episode. Before we get into that, I wanted to say and give a big shout out to Hav, who is in the building, my audio visual
Yo, yo,
gang
yo.
gang in the
I am here. I am
building.
here. I am here.
Yay. That why didn't you give yourself a little half
Because,
clap, Hav? Let's give yourself the whole clap, Hav.
okay.
The whole clap from audio visual. My executive producer,
I know what it is.
audio above, gang gang. This is
W.
this is WTW Saturdays, so that means and that we drop in a brand new episode, and I'm excited. Okay, so let me break it down for the new ones. All right, so this is what we do each and every single episode. We start the episode with saying what we're grateful for, and so this week I am grateful for.
Tell us what it is.
Man, I feel like there's just so much abundance that has been happening.
Oh, you were blessed on blessed, is what you
Yeah, I
saying.
just feel like there's just been so many things that have been happening. We've been remodeling the studio, and just the way that I feel being in the room right now and recording. I feel like I'm in a new studio. Guys, you can't see it, but it just looks really dope. We're gonna probably do like a little behind the scenes for you guys. That way you guys can see the new studio, because we're very proud of the progress that it has been making. So I guess that's something that I'm very grateful for, is like just remodeling the studio. Hav, thank you to you for playing a big part in that and being the push. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for, the imagination and creativity to be able to bring something that we always are working on into fruition. So I tell you guys to practice the same, and think about what you're grateful for. That's something that I like to start my days with. It's normally something that I try to, when someone is feeling some type of way, it's great to ask them, like, what are they grateful for? Because sometimes we are so caught up in the real world and what's going on in reality and things like that, that we tend to forget that, we still have to be grateful for the things that we have. So, yeah, that's what I'm grateful for this week. How were you going to say something?
Oh, just to the people that are working those 9 to 5 jobs and they don't know
Yes.
either or don't know what a passion is, or they don't have or don't know what their thing is just yet. Just do something for yourself. You'll feel better.
Yes, just do something for you. Do something that's going to make you happy, that's going to make you a better person. And just chase whatever it is that you want to do. You can have a 9 to 5, and you can also, have a side business, a side hustle, and, et cetera, et cetera. So just go ahead and chase that dream, even if it's, buying a house. Save that money. Save that Skrilla.
Money.
It costs money to live.
They don't to be the boss.
Yeah, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that you gotta pay. They don't tell you gotta pay when you are born. I wanted to get into some. Okay, so I'm gonna start off really because I wanted to get this because I felt like it was such a monumental time in hip hop history this past week with the Versus battle that we had between Snoop Dogg and DMX.
Let's get right to
The
it.
dogs, like,
Woo, 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 woo. Dang, I should have worked on mine.
and DMX has not lost his bark, and I am just so happy and so blessed, and being a hip hop fan and just seeing all the different transitions that DMX has gone through in his career, from going to jail, from beating addiction, from getting back into drugs, and then having to go back to jail, and just there's so many transitions of him, and then the even like the baby mama drama and things like that, and he's one of the people that we really could have lost him. At any time, at any point, we could have lost him.
Blessed to see him get old.
And yeah, we're so blessed to see him get old. It was dope to see, he started it with like a prayer and then the intro and
the freestyle at the end.
Yeah, and then them freestyling at the end, Swiss Beats being
break.
there, the bathroom break, DMX dancing to the songs and singing Beautiful, and it was just a dope ass moment that like I just couldn't get over. Like it just kept reminding me over and over again, like just how beautiful hip hop is and how the music has evolved. And it's funny because we all forgot about misogyny. We all forgot about misogyny that night because Snoop was just like, "Hey, where are my beautiful ladies?" And DMX like, "Hey, yeah, where all the bitches at?" And listen, when I was just like, right here, I'm on my couch chilling. It was dope to see that, him giving the shout out to all his baby mamas, talking about that one of them is annoying, and just seeing Uncle DMX,
Right.
like seeing Theo, like it was just so dope to see that, as well as Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg hasn't had the same career path. He did go through some things in the beginning or whatnot, and I feel like now he's just transitioned into such a
he's like a legend.
he's
I
aged
feel like he has
in
like a goal.
yeah,
aura
he's
around him.
he's aged in hip hop very well, and I'm not saying that DMX hasn't. It just hasn't been that easy for him. You know what I mean? Not saying that it's easy for anybody, but it was just cool to see that their dynamic. It was nice to see Snoop just knowing the lyrics and the songs that they did, and like honestly, like I'm a West Coast baby. Like today's look is inspired by the West Coast, so today's look is like, yeah, I'm like real West Coast with it today.
Dubs up.
Yeah, so I didn't, I was definitely going for a Snoop in the battle, but that was my West Coast bias. But man, DMX I've seen it firsthand, his career, so it's pretty dope. And some of the songs like Party Up in Here, I've had some funny memories with that song, it being played at a kid party, and it was like super explicit, and my dad being like, "What the fuck is that?"
The hell y'all got going on?
Yeah, like
here?
what y'all playing? This is y'all are. I was like 11 years old, and thinking about that. That's who we were listening to when we were around that age, 11, 12 years old, listening to that, and even like Snoop. Who didn't know the lyrics to Next Episode, like when that song dropped? It didn't matter how old you were. Like if you were in hip hop, if you liked the music, you were listening to that song, just like Party Up in Here, just like Fallen, or They Don't Know that
And that was really big in Head of State. If we talked about that in episode 29.
Yes, we did. You ain't lying, huh?
You can check it out. Do your research.
Let me point out some of the other songs that were played. Snoop, they said that Snoop was being nice, but DMX did What's My Name, and then it was Gin and Juice, Get At Me Dog, Fuck with Dre. The thing, one of the actually, they both had this advantage, if we're being honest. they both had the advantage of having songs with people that have already passed. They both did that. DMX has songs with Aaliyah. Then you have Snoop, who has songs with Tupac, and that's big.
And Nate Dogg.
And Nate Dogg, and you hear those voices, and it's just like, dang, imagine if so and so was still here, X, Y, and Z, and then DMX has a Jay-Z song, and there's some songs that this dude didn't play. Like, he could have played Sensual Seduction. He could have played even the Smile Bitch.
Right, but this is also like, if you really look at Snoop's strategy, it was really really hip hop based, and kind of like, I want pay my shit when I rap. Like, pay my rap shit. So it's really more on that tip, and I felt like he felt a little bit more competitive on that. And if anything, he felt that he also knew that to come correct to DMX, because he is also a lyrical guy.
Yeah.
And so Snoop was like, yo, let me play my shit where I got off.
Yeah, definitely. I agree, and I feel like that was a great balance. Because some people forget that about Snoop Dogg. They think of Snoop Dogg, and they think of the commercial, the guy who hangs out with Martha Stewart, and they forget that homie was in Death Row. He was on No Limit Records. Yeah. You smell like what I'm, cooking right now, because that's what was going on. And, he played Murder Was the Case. There was also a Method Man, Redman, L Cool J song that DMX played. Money, Power, and Respect. The Locks, DMX, and Lil Kim. Like, come on, that's a. And then it was funny because Swiss Beats was in the building, and Snoop started clowning him because he had like a Rough Riders chain on. He had a beanie on. He was just like, he probably came in a bike, like in a 4-wheeler, like real, because let's not forget that Swizzy was part of the road. Like, that's DMX's boy, and apparently it was his first Versus battle that he was at. And I thought that was funny because his wife did a Versus battle. So does that mean that he wasn't there for that one? Or was it different for this because it was like DMX? DMX and Swiss have always like, they just have coincided together because of Rough Riders, of course. But something that I would have hoped that would have happened was that the 1, 2, meet me outside. They would have done that, and then Snoop came out and took off the beanie and used it like as a bandana. That would have been so lit. That would have made my little hip hop heart happier than what it already was. I wanted to quickly share the story. Have you were gonna say something?
Yeah, Swiss was talking to Timbaland live after the battle, after the Versus and shit, and he was saying that it was just tough to get DMX to come on the plane to get there, to get him. It was a tough job. So that probably has something to do with Swiss being there, making sure that.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in the room. Like, that's probably something he told him as well. Like, I'm gonna be there.
No, I think he had to get him on the plane himself. Is how I picture it in my head.
Oh, true.
Like, no, we leave
like,
in New York.
Yeah.
We gotta go to LA and do this.
Yeah, also, cause for the we don't all know this because we don't see the behind the scenes of what happens in the Versus battle, so we don't know how big this room is. So they're literally performing into a phone, like just like how we're doing right now, and there's probably like 10 people, and DMX did not let us forget that there was 10 people looking at them, and there was this one guy who was on his phone. He was probably making sure that the live was good the whole time.
Make sure we got
he was making sure that it sounds good, and messing up, but DMX had his eye on him the whole time. My dog was drinking Kool-Aid. Like, man, it was just so great. It was, oh man, thank you to Swiss and Timbaland and everybody who's behind the Versus battle. It has been something that during quarantine we needed, the culture needed, and it's great to see how much it has evolved. Because now it's, they're in the same building. The audio is impeccable. They're doing it with Apple Music and, Beats One, and you can still tune in on Instagram and you can like look at the comments, because there's people talking mad shit in there and laughing jokes, and it's great. So you can watch it on your TV, you can enjoy it on social media, you can go back between different social media websites, like you can go between Twitter and Instagram and see what they're saying, see what's happening, and it's in real time, it's in real life. It's really dope to see. So
they said that they got like 2.7 was the first numbers million. Oh, my bad, Claudia.
No, I'll pick. I was just gonna bring it up because I wasn't even
thinking quickly.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking about that because you mentioning that made me remember that they actually came out with a stats little graph that they came out with. So on Instagram, they had concurrent viewers, which were 525,000 plus. So that means the people that were watching it the whole time. The majority of the time, I'm assuming. Yeah.
More than 30 minutes, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Assumingly.
Total viewers were 2 million plus. And in-stream likes were 26 million.
Damn.
26 million plus. And that was just on Instagram. On Apple Music, there were 600,000 plus concurrent viewers. And there was a total of 1.4 million. There you go. 1.4.
A number we can't read.
A number I apparently can't read because, bitch, I'm like counting how many zeros is in that bitch. I'm like, is it a million? But listen, we gonna get there. So it ain't even a thing. You heard me.
Yeah, and I said this before. I'll be the first to admit it too. After the bounty killer and with that battle, I was like, I don't know how they're gonna do it again. And they just continue to, or man, this thing over, you know, like I think it's done, you know, like the Verzus, and they continue to ump the ante again and again. It looked like they got something planned because Swiss at the end of that live was like, oh, imagine next week.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, imagine what's next. Imagine what's next.
Yeah, no, they definitely have, it's just about getting people's work schedules together. So they possibly have like a list of people that they want on the show or that they want to do the verses, but somebody's, you know, scheduling. It's people also the virus, things are changing constantly, so one never knows what's going to happen, what's going to change them. So I'm really excited for the next one. But like how Hav says, since the bounty killer, I felt like that one just like showed all of us. Because it had, like, the good audio. It had, like...
The energy, the
it had the audio, it had the energy. It had exactly what we all needed. I felt like Jamaica hugged us all that night. That's why I feel like it's still one of my favorites. The Snoop Dogg... Okay. The Snoop Dogg and DMX one and the Beanie Man, and those two are my favorite ones. Those are the top two right now. Especially because they're just both legends. So... yeah, so like I said, congratulations to them. Moving along to the ladies. It's been a very cool week for the ladies. It's been a little weird because right now we have Meg, who is going through something. You know, all of the details haven't come out about what happened. So it's kind of like, huh?
It's like pending, left in the
Yeah,
air?
it's like pending. So
investigation.
Yeah, so then like I think about this like as if one of my homegirls was going through something, one of these things, and she wasn't telling me everything, and then just parts were coming out, and so I'm thinking about that, and I just pray for her, and I hope nothing but the best for her. I hope that she heals. I was listening to her music, like Big Ol' Freak. I wanted to go ahead, and Hav and I have been talking about doing a segment of this. And so I wanted to go ahead and start it off with Meg Thee Stallion because this song, Meg Thee Stallion, I was listening to this song last night. And it's just my shit.
This that shit right here.
Yeah,
so,
and go ahead, Hav.
This segment is called Lyrical Breakdowns with Audie.
There it is. Okay, so this is an old song. I'm gonna do an old song, which is this one, and then I'm going to be doing another one because listen, it's Ladies Week, and I want to get people comfortable with these lyrics.
Y'all gonna hear these bars.
Y'all gonna hear these bars from these ladies. Okay,
no,
so
my dog ain't a rapper, so don't even. But if the price is right, but don't even. Go ahead, Claudia.
Okay, so the first bar starts off. Big old freak, big booty, big old treat. I'm gonna wake up for the pussy. And then big old skeet. Bow, bow, bow. I love reading the ad-libs. The ad-libs are the best for me. Okay. Feet on the bed. I'll fuck him up in the head. Second, then look in his eyes. Then the next day, I might leave him on red. This is one of my favorite bars because this is what this lady said. She said, "Feet on the bed." Now picture that. Let's all go there. Let's all go to that moment when the feet are on the bed.
You know they clean.
I'll fuck him up in the head. What?
Yes, Megan. Please fuck me up.
Suck it. Then look in his eyes. Then the next day, I might leave him on red. That shit is demonish. like I, as a woman, aspire to one day be able to say that. I probably won't leave him on red. But like that just makes you feel like that bitch, because there be some dudes who be leaving your dumbass on red, and there's nothing that you can do about it, and you can have given them the best head of your life the night before. It happens. So one of the things that I enjoy about this lyric is that there's just so much confidence that she's like, I'm gonna get on my feet, I'm gonna suck it, I'm gonna look in your eyes, I'm gonna make you feel all of this, and then we might talk tomorrow, we might not. Moving along. Pop it, daydreaming about how I rock it. He hit my phone with a horse, so I know that mean come over and ride it. So she's a stallion, right? So he sends a horse emoji because that lets her know that she can come over and ride it. She's a stallion.
Giddy up.
They hear my dog's lyrics. She said, "Shit, I'm on the way. Right on that dick, I'm like, yay. Usually I like to fuck, but tonight we gon' make love cause you bae. Nobody know? Hey, I fuck with him on the low. We never show up together, but I text him when I'm ready to go. Hey, I had a couple shots at the bar. I'm finna play with that dick in the car." That lyric came at me wild. I wanted to break that down real quick.
Break that down. We in the car. No,
we in the car. I'm finna play with the dick in the car. I got in swerving and breaking the law. These windows tinted so nobody saw. I almost want to start the beginning again because I don't know if I got into it at the end, but this is what Meg is saying. We in the car. She's sucking that dick on the way, right? Oh, hold on. Damn it. There was a bar that I wanted. We never show up together, but I text him when I'm ready to go. So this is what happens when y'all don't want people to know that y'all together. Y'all just doing the thing on the side. It ain't nothing really serious or nothing, And then you guys show up at the spot together, and then you text him when you're ready to go. And then so you guys leave together, well, at the same time. And then you guys do your little rendezvous, get in the car, Sometimes when you got some drinks in you, and you with your man, you're like, ooh, let me get a little touchy. Let me get a little dangerous while we in the car while he's driving. So, I'm breaking down these lyrics specifically because they're like taboo because they're rapped by a woman. How dare a woman speak this way about a man? How dare she talk about being this sexual in a car? Or how dare she talk about not texting him or leaving him on red the next day? And so these are like this is like a really rebellious song for me. So that's why I like it. Okay. So it continues. We're in the bridge now. So it continues.
But hold on. The car. We in the car. Rate car sex. What do you think about that? What is Claudia Renee's
car
opinion on
sex? I've only done it. Oh no. Okay. So the times that I've had car sex, I had one bad experience. Yeah, I had one bad experience, and I let the person redeem themselves, so it was better the next time. But there was this one time that I was just like, wow, I don't know how I got through that. Like, that was intense. Like, there was like a smell, and I was like, what the fuck? This is not how this is supposed to be going down. Like this, there's, and if this man wasn't me, just saying. Let me just be clear. But yeah, so yeah, no, car sex is that I just said that. Like you go out with your man or you go out. For me it's mainly been the person that I'm dating that, you know, we'll go out, we'll have fun or whatever, a little drinks get in the system. I'm feeling it. So I might get a little friendly in the car, you know, like that's it happens.
Onto the bridge.
Yeah, it happens. Onto the bridge. So she says, "Ain't nobody freak like me. Give you what you need like me. Ain't nobody got on they tip toes, then rode to the tip like me." That's my favorite part. She actually says, "Ain't nobody got up on they tip toes, then rode to the tip like me. I got him addicted, he fiending. My body a drug and he need it. He begging me for the treatment. He throw a fit when I leave him. Baby, why you take to this driving me crazy? I think I gotta run from him. Don't know what to do without it. He fucking with you, I doubt it." They don't understand that I'm all in his head and nothing to do with. Listen. Okay, so the tip toes. Listen, that's something that a lot of women they pride themselves in. Like if they're able to do that move, like right? Like if you're able to do that, like you should be able to brag about it a little bit. Like I'm just saying, like you should be able to put it in a bar, you know, and then let other women remember these lyrics so that way that they can gain this confidence. That's gonna be like, you know what? Even if I can't do that, let me try it. You know, let me practice because you know Meg, Meg. You know, so I don't lost the lyrics. We ain't even done yet, Hob. You've heard this song before, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What? Okay. So, you ready for the second verse?
Let's do it.
Oh, I think I got a run from him. Oh no, I did say that. Okay, so see, I'm a big old freak. I love to talk my shit, and you must be a pussy boy if you get offended. Bitches Tina Snow, they love me cause I'm cold, and you can't take no homie from me. I got man control. Hey, I wanna fuck in the mirror. I like to look at your face when you in it. Okay, so I could have kept going. I was in a vibe, cause that's like one of my favorite parts in the song, cause how she Okay, so how she says that, and you must be a pussy boy if you get offended. Bitches Tina Snow, they love me cause I'm cold. So if you don't know, Tina Snow is the name of her first EP or something like that. So that's like one of her like alter egos. Like she has that, she has Hottie Meg, and then she has the one that's like Pimp C. Oh, it's Tina Snow. Never mind. I'm tripping. So yeah, so Tina Snow, they love me cause I'm cold. So like I'm cold. You know, I'm cold, like, you know, cause the Tina Snow is the pimp side of her. They love me cause I'm cold. And you can't take no homie from me. I got my control. And if you go back to the bars that she's talking about earlier about like looking at him in his eyes, like, you know, there's just certain things that kind of like are showing us like, wow, this woman is very confident in her sex game. And like I said, I feel like us women needed a song like this. We've always heard songs like this. I remember growing up listening to songs like from Trina and her talking to real sexual and shit like that. That shit is just bomb. Like hearing a woman talk like that. That's probably why I'm being a little bit extra about these lyrics because and then she continues saying, "Come in the room and I'm giving commands. I am the captain and he the lieutenant. I need that neck like a motherfucking pendant." Do you know what that means, Top? I need that neck like a motherfucking pendant. So, if you don't know what that means, I'm gonna break it down for you. It's when a woman is riding his face, so then the neck is the pendant, his pendant. You get it? Do you get it? Because I do. I got it, and I was like, damn. Quarantine has been difficult, guys. Let's just leave it there. I need you to spit, make that motherfucking glisten. Tell him shut up. Make that motherfucker listen. I bet he gonna like it. He won't do no tripping. Some dudes like that. Some dudes like, you talking a little crazy to them. I don't know. I don't like talking crazy to people, period. I try not to. I hate confrontation, but I also love it at the same time. It's really weird being a Gemini, guys. I always see posts. And then I get tagged and shit. And then it's just like, why y'all attacking me? But yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and break those lyrics down. She also does a bridge again, and then she does the chorus again. And then there's a pre-chorus, which it says, "You've been feeling for me lately. I'm going crazy. I got what you need. I'm gonna give it to you, baby. Going crazy. Feeling for me lately. I got what you need. I'm gonna give you what you're craving." And I saw her vlog for when she shot this video. I loved it. I love vlogs. Oh my god. Okay, so thank you for the lyrical breakdown of Big Ol' Freak by Meg Thee Stallion. If you have not heard this record, please make sure to go ahead and check it out. And if you haven't checked out the music video, check that out as well.
In slow-mo. I mean, check it out at normal speed.
I mean, yeah, she's getting it. She has all her best friends in the video too, so it's a really dope video. So check it out. I've watched her documentary. I watched the most recent documentary of the City Girls, which is officially when JT is home. My dog home. JT is home, so I'm really excited. It's really dope to see her come out, going to the studio, seeing what she can do, shopping for an apartment, saying that she has a room for, Miami and the baby. And she's just like, this just makes me want to work harder because, I can't go back. I can't go back to how I used to live. So she's looking like, it's a beautiful view. It's a real boss bitch apartment. And listen, she deserves it. I'm really happy for her. So it was really dope. Another docuseries that I was watching was the Sweetie one. So shout out to Sweetie. I watched all of the episodes that she has had so far. It's really dope. Some of the things that I've noticed of these docuseries is they're not that long. Which is okay because I get it. So, sometimes, and we've seen it as well. Like when we went to New York, we were recording like a whole day, and some of these days, the vlog, they were just coming out. So how long were they even coming out for, Hav?
I can't remember right now.
It was like a couple minutes. Like it wasn't even that long.
I want to say they were like they were either to 5, 7, or
exactly.
Most was probably like 10, 12. I think that was your birthday probably.
Yeah, and then so imagine you just get a lot of this footage and you have to condense it because not all of it is great. You possibly recorded like maybe 4 hours of a day, and within those 4 hours you probably get like not like a minute of footage. Like you can get a minute of footage, you can get like 2 minutes out of the 4 hours. So just imagine like how much these people are recording and how much they're putting into these things, and it's kind of like telling a story, introducing people, and all these things. So Sweetie has one. Hers is really dope. She also did the GQ 10 questions with Quavo, which was really nice. Yes. I was feeling some type of way about them, but of course I have turned a page and I love them because they're so cute together. And I saw the GQ. I was liking them before that, but then I saw the GQ interview that they did, the questions that they do. And just to see them like kind of like laugh with each other, but like that genuine, like it's only funny to us couple laugh, like that's kind of cute. Like,
yeah, they're really cute. It seems very genuine too.
Yeah, I really like that. So that was genuine, that was nice, and that was a great moment to see Sweetie in something healthy, to see Quavo in something healthy, because apparently some things are going down in the QC label situation. I don't know all the full details because to me, I feel like some of those things really just isn't our fucking business. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
talk about it.
It's like things like that. Like, I get it. Like, for me, I just want artists to be able to acknowledge or to see or to open their eyes, to talk to people who have been in the business and kind of get their advice from them on as far as like record labels go, or like how the money is, or like there's certain people that you can hire that you can trust. But that's none of my business. I don't have their money. I don't have I didn't read what they signed. I don't know. So I don't really have any opinion about it. I just feel like, man, it's great to have a balance, because you see even like Takeoff, I mean Offset, you never see Takeoff anywhere. Offset you see Offset, and he's with his family, and at least that's something that for him, like it's kind of like, I'm not saying that they're getting older, but they're like, they're family men. So it comes to a point in your career where you kind of had to focus on like being the family man. Being the family man, being the dad, being the, or being the one who is just kind of like, yo, some things ain't right here. We need to figure this out. And so yeah, so like that's as far as the Migos. But back to Sweetie, I really love how she spoke into existence about her being on the cover of Vogue, because I completely see it. She would like dress up in these awesome, outfits for New York Fashion Week, and I remember seeing these pictures and seeing these outfits and being like, wow, they're really taking time to show how beautiful she is, to the point where people were like, she doesn't even need to rap because she's just so beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, but she's also a good rapper, because we heard the song with her and Mulatto and Trina, and it was a really good song. Like, wow, like, she's out here really getting on track. She's making songs that, even though they're like, flipped of, other popular songs, she's doing it for the ladies, you know at the end of the day, like, yeah, she's flipping these songs, and I've been the one to be like, can she maybe possibly get popular, because a lot of the songs that she gets popular with are flipped. But I mean, why wouldn't you want to hear like a fly pretty girl, on a track, just getting it. She's doing a cute little challenge on Instagram, or I guess wherever it is that you do like these challenges, and it's basically like, who can make the best transformation. So it's like you start off and you look kind of busted, and then you do like the tap in challenge, and then so you do tap tap tap, and then you're supposed to like transform into like a beautiful girl. So whoever does the best one of those, I don't know what the prize is, but I know that she's doing like a whole contest of it. A bitch might enter it, so just might enter it. So yeah, so shout out to that. Shout out to again, prayers to Meg Thee Stallion, baby girl. I miss you. I miss
Baby
you.
girl,
I miss.
you know my situation. My bad.
Sometimes I get impatient.
Hey.
Yeah, I couldn't keep going on that one.
No, we good with that. You rapping. You rapping a lot this episode.
I know, man. I need to get a little water, because we about to get to the next one. That's my shit, guys. This is my shit. I be playing this in the morning. Hey, pussy talk. I had to be careful because I was playing it. And there was an adult around, and I just had to like not let them hear that. And you see how that reminded me about what me and you spoke about, how if it was a man who was rapping about his dick or some shit or some crazy ass shit or saying pussy, I wouldn't have cared that my dad was there. Honestly speaking, I personally, but because it was a woman, I was just like, oh, he gonna say something. You know what I mean? Like, or a woman's the one who's saying it, so it's not proper or whatnot. So that led Jav and I to have that conversation about how, sometimes you're not as confident when it comes down to not confident. I'm sorry. We don't always see women rappers as equals. we always see them as that, oh, why are they talking like that? Like, they're setting an example for the younger generation and they're setting a bad one and this and that. But it's kind of like, yeah, but what about the men that are rapping about whatever the fuck they're rapping about? I'm not trying to start a battle. I'm just saying and bringing a shining light into a topic that has been going on for years in hip hop. Like, how is it that a man can say this, but when a woman says that, you kind of have to be shy about it? Like, sometimes don't, not that I don't want to, but so you think about this, like, oh, if I post like a City Girl song, or if I post some shit like this dude's gonna think something about me, or me saying that I like them, or even me knowing the lyrics, me knowing Lil Kim's verse on Get Money. Like, is he gonna think some way about me because I know these lyrics? And it's insane what you have to think about, like, as women, because you're just like, no, but I really just enjoy this. Like, I enjoy,
rap that I can relate
yeah,
to.
I enjoy this rap that I can relate to. So, like, she's talking about, boy, this pussy be choosing draft NFL. Hold on, because this girl. Okay, so if you've never heard this song, it's called Pussy Talk. They made like, they're doing like a thing on, it's all these challenges that are happening, or like freestyles, and so now they're doing like a dick talk type dick talk versus a pussy talk, and this one dude, he actually snapped on it, that JT, and then he's been like being reposted everywhere and like all this shit. So it's really cool. Um Okay, let me get to my favorite verse.
Check it out, City Girls out now. Check it out on all DSPs and shit, while you're there, you can go listen to Candidate by Hob.
Yes.
Coming soon too.
Yes. Listen to my dog shit. Been telling y'all. Listen to my brother's motherfucking music. The fuck? It's on the same channel as here. You ain't even gotta go nowhere. All right, so Miss JT starts off by saying, "Hey, look, this pussy extort these homies. Pussy be like, can you afford me, homie? Broke homie in my face, pussy ignore these homies. For the bag, pussy speak poetry." It's funny because like, you're reading it and then like, yeah. Boy, this pussy from the hood, this pussy from the projects, this pussy so ghetto, this pussy speak ebonics, this pussy snatch back playing tug of war, turn a homie gang, he don't go to war. You want this pussy real bad, say pretty please. Cop me baguettes, make my wrist freeze. So I'm gonna break down real quick. So something that I enjoy about these lyrics is this pussy can extort these homies, right? And for you to be able to say, like, that's how you start off your verse. Like, I can extort these homies when you just came out of jail for whatever it is that you were doing for fraud. And, you talking about extorting homies. And listen, there's some women out. It's the truth. There's women out there who are doing that. Just like how there are men out there who are selling drugs, who are fucking a whole bunch of bitches, who are et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of, like, there's the reason why these bars go so hard. And then, like, pussy be like, can you afford me, homie? So something that the city girls are preaching on, and it's not so much about paying for sex. It's basically like, if you ain't got no money, what the fuck am I gonna be chilling with you? Like, why am I even gonna be fucking with you? Like, I got money. I can afford my things. I can, but if you can get it for me, or I feel like that's what the whole misconception comes with it. Something that I don't like from either sex, gender, if you will say, what they do is the whole take your man, or like being being finding pride in being the side piece. Like, that's something that I've never liked on either side. But yeah, so it's just kind of like, can you afford me? Because, you're going to have to. And listen, just like dudes don't want broke bitches. Dudes make fun of the bitches that are broke. Like, they make fun of them. They make fun of their hair. They make fun of their eyelashes. They make fun of their nails if they're not done. They make fun of everything. So you gotta come with you gotta come with money if you gonna want me looking good. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel them. I feel them.
Bars.
Yeah, I feel them. And her, like, for the bag, pussy speak poetry, homie. So it's kind of like, you know, for this bag, I'm do a little more. Like, you know, this pussy gonna be talking. This pussy gonna be showing you a couple things. So she continues saying, boy, this pussy from the hood, this pussy from the projects, this pussy so ghetto, this pussy speak Ebonics. Again. Again, she's not discriminating. You can be from the hood. You can speak Ebonics. You don't have to be a smart young gentleman. She's not saying that. She's just saying you can't be broke. Just can't be broke. Turn that homie gang gang. He don't go to war. So this breaking that down, he's gonna go to war. What is he gonna go to war for? He's gonna go to war for the pussy because that's how good it is. And energy. Energy. I want you to go to war for me. Go to war for me. For my vagina that I give you. Caught me baguettes. Make my wrist freeze. Baguettes. Listen, I have a bare wrist, but every time that part comes on, I got baguettes freezing. And that's just a good, for me, I feel like sometimes some of these bars, what they do is that they bring great moments in front of cameras for people, for the artists.
Good TikTok moment.
Exactly. Got homies overseas going crazy about me. Loco. That was I live. Jamaican, Cuban, French, Japanese. That's my part right there. When the way she says Japanese. If you haven't heard that song, then yeah, you got to. I wanted to Doja Cat has a dope verse in there, but I wanted to go to Young Miami's verse. Just cause
You're repping for Miami.
yeah. It's just okay. Oh man. Play with my food, play with my tits. That's not her. Antisocial. She says, boy, this pussy bilingual. Hola. Antisocial. This pussy don't mingle. Don't go broke or this pussy going single. Ho, ho, ho. Pussy turn him Chris Kringle. Santa. I bet your homie disappear if this pussy speak. Ho, we can't be friends if your pussy cheap. Spend a minute with the pussy you could get a week. I ain't talking about dinner when I tell him eat. Bars. That's my favorite part. That was actually the caption I used. Okay, so something that I liked was that she mentioned how if you can't be friends if your pussy is cheap. Listen, there have been times where men are providing little to none to some of these women, and these women go ahead and have sex with them. They get into a situationship with them, and if that, you know what I mean? Like, that right there, it's like, we can't even be friends if you're pussy cheap. Like, because then it makes my pussy cheap. And I don't want my pussy to be cheap because my pussy is expensive. My pussy deserves expensive things. And right now, it's not getting all the expensive things that it deserves. But I'm just letting you know that you can't have like a cheap pussy. You gotta get it together because yeah, because we can't be friends. I've always known that about how I like, it's part of like my principles, like the type of women that you hang around with. So that bar, I really felt that one because it's very true. Spend a minute with this pussy, you can get a week. I ain't talking about dinner when I tell him eat. Listen, if it hasn't been apparent, I love bars that are about head, about a woman getting head. When they talking about getting head and the way that they do a little entendre, like, I love that shit when like in the Big Ol' Freak when she talks about The pendant, like that's the bar about head. And then this one too is just like, I'm talking about dinner when it's. Listen, dinner's not the only thing we'll be having. Well, you'll be having. Okay, so this boy, this pussy worth a felony. This pussy going places pussy homies never be. My homie told me this pussy made a better me. Summer. So Summer is her baby's name. So she says, my homie told me this pussy made a better me, and she shouted out her daughter, which is really dope because she shouted out her daughter on her song that her boyfriend produced. So Southside, which is her boyfriend and also the father of her child, was the producer of the song. I don't know if everybody knows this, but this is like a really cool fun fact that I love sharing. JT shared the story of how Southside and Young Miami ended up mating, and it's really cute because JT told my Young Miami to go like to the studio that Southside was at, which was like around where they were, or was like in the same complex, because I think they were at Circle House, and there's like different houses or something like that for that studio. So she would tell him like, oh, she would tell Young Miami, oh, go to the studio so that we can get a song with Southside and this and that, and that JT said that Young Miami would be at the studio for a super long time, and that she would come back and she still wouldn't get a song. So then after, like, they share that story, and then Young Miami was just like, he was so cute, and we would just talk all the time, and we would always have like dope conversations. And so little did we know it was basically JT, the one who kind of like put them together, because she was sending Young Miami to go like get the beat from them, and now they have a baby together. She's so cute. So yeah. So then she continues saying, I beat a dog ass homie pussy pedigree. Boy, this pussy talk English, Spanish, and French. Boy, this pussy talk euros, dollars, and yens. So yeah. I really wanted to break these lyrics down because, as you guys can see, it got me really excited. It got me a little more transparent with you guys. Maybe possibly you guys get to see a side of these lyrics that you maybe didn't see before. You probably just saw it as a fad. You probably thought it was nothing. With these songs, what happens is that, yeah, these women are getting freaky with it. They're talking about pussy. They're talking about riding dick. They're talking about whatever it is that they're talking about. But at the end of the day, like, we're all sexual human beings. We love hearing about this shit. We shouldn't be able to be afraid to like post it on a story if we want to, or even be a fan of the music. And that's something that I love about women in hip hop, is that they've always done that. Is that they always never have been afraid to be women, because I'm a woman. I have a pussy. I have a vagina. Like, I have the titties, because who wasn't rapping or singing when Biggie was talking about ladies? He was talking about bitches, grab your titties if you love Big Pop, and we was just like, yeah, and grabbing your titties, like, when you heard him say that. And so I just don't feel like it's wrong. And I love the music video for Pussy Talk. The video I talked about, a big ol' freak video, but the Pussy Talk video is really good too, because you, like I said last week's episode, you got to see JT in front of a camera post jail, see how she she's doing, because we got to see Young Miami like go all the way live when they did that twerk song with Cardi B, and that video was insane. So we knew that Young Miami was in here to play, and I feel like with the last couple videos that they've been coming out with, JT's been showing that as well. So I'm very, very happy for them. Ladies, don't be afraid. Sing these lyrics at the top of your lungs. We can't go outside right now, but listen, do it in your room, do it in your car, even if it annoys him, if there is a him. There's a girl who I follow on Instagram, and she's so funny because she's talking about how, like, how quarantine in combination with being celibate and abstinent has just been driving her crazy. Because for those of you who aren't familiar with celibacy or even abstinence, is that it's a choice for you to not have sex. Like, I'm actively not having sex, and there's a bigger purpose to me not having sex. And then there's quarantine on top of that. So there's no physical touch. So I, I for those that don't know, I was celibate for 2 years, and that was tough. That was hard. 2 years of being celibate, like that was like your hormones and having to control them and not sending that text message. Like it takes a lot. And then you look at that moment, well, at any moment I look fine as fuck, but I mean, at that moment, I remember just feeling super sexy and not being able to do anything about it. And but at least going out and having fun, and you get a little distracted. But when you're in quarantine, it's a whole lot different. Right now, your girl's on celibacy without even knowing.
Against my will.
Against my own will. But it's okay. I mean, I've done it before, so I'm not in a hurry for any of that. I just feel like sex is a lot of energy transfer between two different humans, and so I'm very selective on who the other human is. So yeah, I wanted to talk about, FLO Milly just dropped a whole project. It is called, not the DMX and Snoop Dogg battle. It's Ho Why Is You Here? That's the name of the project. I love it. I would say I heard it through 4 times, like from beginning to end 4 times, and I really liked it. She has some little bars that I really like, little catchy ones. I'll be bringing you guys that for our next edition of the Breaking Down the Lyrics with Claudia Renee. I probably named the segment wrong, but y'all get me.
Working title.
Yeah, we're working. Yeah, it's a working title. TBD. TBD. But yeah, so make sure that you check that out. J. Cole also dropped 2 brand new songs, as well as Jacquees and Chris Brown. I know that I'm seeing that. J. Cole is preparing to drop a project, so I know a lot of us are excited about that, especially as hip hop heads, because hello, I'm seeing some songs that came out today. The thing is that today, guys, I watched the Whitney Houston documentary again. It's my 3rd time watching it, guys. I love it. Something that I paid attention to this week and that I noticed was that Whitney Houston performed at the last, I guess, like real celebration of Michael Jackson. Those of you who maybe don't remember, Destiny's Child performed. Whitney Houston performed with Maya and Usher. Justin Timberlake, and Sing performed. And I remember watching that live. We were watching it while it was on live TV, and that's just something that just clicked to me. That is like, wow, like, just like how I can say that I watched that live, like I can say that I watched a lot of these Versus lives, and I guess like it's moments like that that is just so dope to be a part of. So that was just something really quickly that I wanted to share about what I realized from the Whitney documentary. And I do take back the comment about the auntie, because actually I don't. That lady ain't no shit. No, because like when I watched it the 3rd time, I was kind of like, you know what, maybe. Then I noticed she said something different, and I was like, you know what, maybe. Maybe, yeah, maybe, like, I don't know, but it wasn't. She just wasn't. But okay, so yeah, so it looks like we're preparing for a J. Cole album, so I'm really excited about that. A lot of us have been wanting it. There's some other songs that dropped. I unfortunately didn't listen to them because, like how I said, I was watching the Whitney documentary, and I started watching some other stuff. And
yeah, the Nicki Jam. But we talked about it.
Oh yeah. I started watching. Well,
rewatching.
Kind of, because I didn't start it from the beginning, but I was like, I watched a couple of the episodes of the Nicki Jam documentary with my dad because he's watching it. I like recommended it to him like enough times for him to be like, okay, I'll watch it. And so it was really nice to like see it, the parts that I did see, because I know what happened at the end, and I already knew like that it was like, there's some moments that are really really sad in the documentary, and there's moments in there that just uplift you, because you see like, wow, he really isn't supposed to be here either. You know what I mean? Like you see that, you're like, dang, as many drugs as he did and everything, is just like he really wasn't supposed to be here because he was so addicted to drugs. But you know, he was able to clean himself up, and you know, we have him here now. So
all because of little ambition.
Little ambition. I want to get another ambition tag, guys. I've been dying for another ambition tag. I'm dying to get tatted.
DM us your ideas.
I want. I was gonna say I want tats more than I want dick.
You bitch, you.
Speaking of dick, I
The
haven't.
lyrical breakdowns were over.
I haven't been on my little dating sites. It hasn't. It just I lost the magic with it.
Same.
My pimping hand was getting too strong.
You started to have to work off the left. The right was getting too dominant.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, you know what? Yeah, but you know, dick is good enough, but y'all don't have to go through what us women go through with our motherfucking periods. And I'm tired of not talking about that shit either. Like, that's another thing. Like, pussy talk, you wanna know something real pussy talk? Is that this motherfucking bitch be hurting me for like a whole week. Just be killing, like, attacking me. Like, I be feeling like that bitch is like trying to get my motherfucking throat by how aggressive she is. Guys, it's been a rough week. It's actually been a rough couple of 3 weeks. And if you don't know, I'm here to tell you, us ladies, we're only really ourselves 1 week out of the month because of our periods. We go through so many emotions. Pain. I just mentioned what I just felt that my vagina is trying to do to me. There's times where like I just had to stop myself and take a deep breath and kind of just like let the pain, like kind of just breathe the pain out. We don't feel like ourselves. It's just so much that we go through. So like I said, damn, so I'm just happy that it's over. Goodbye, so long, farewell, my friend. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I just combined 2 songs because that's not how it's supposed. I was gonna wear a Disney shirt to today's episode. I just didn't think it would go with the aesthetic of the backdrop. For those of you going to Disney, I am jealous, but I'm not going.
I will not go.
Yeah, something that I do want to do. I want to get on rides. That's something that I'm really missing, is going on rides. We're good on time. All right. Well, please let us know what you guys are missing the most. I come on this episode and share something brand new that I missed from quarantine, because of quarantine. I miss shopping. Like actual going to like your favorite store and just like going and trying on clothes, and I don't have enough patience for that right now, so that's why it hasn't happened, because I'm sure there's some stores that are open. I'll be like, I ain't trying to go to that.
We in Florida, so man, we ain't really trying to risk it for the biscuit, bro.
Exactly, and and not only because we're like, you know, at the epicenter of the virus, but also because it's so motherfucking hot. ¿Quién quiere hacer algo cuando está haciendo un calor de mierda outside? Nobody. Like, it is so hot outside.
I think it's the most date we got in this podcast.
Yeah. Oh. There has come a really sad moment, guys, because of coronavirus. The Fat Tuesdays on Ocean Drive in South Beach has officially closed. And I just want to say it's an end of an era. If you were never there, you wasn't outside, I understand you're probably
Hit them with the if you know, you know. Club.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Like, that's just one of the best spots. Like, it wasn't one of the best spots, but it was just a great spot to go to on the beach, like when you had a beach day, or just like when you're going, you know, just walking on the strip is somewhere nice to stop at to get a nice ice cold drink. It was always a vibe. There'll be a DJ there sometimes. Like, there was the DJs. It was a whole vibe there. I remember I had a homeboy who worked there, security, so it was easier to get in. I remember meeting Tip Drill. If you don't know who Tip Drill is, she is a former stripper that, around that time she had just healed from this, an injury that she had. She fell 30 feet from the ceiling because she was doing one of her pole tricks and she fell. and she like dislocated her neck. And so I saw her post, you know, surgery, and it was dope because I was like, oh shit, that's Tip Drill. And the person that I was with was just like, oh, who's that? And I was just like, oh, she's a stripper. She just went through, you know, she just had an accident. And it's so cool to see her here right now. And then I started dancing, doing my own thing. And then she came up to me and she started hyping me up. It's one of the best memories that I have there, because I remember watching her pole videos like all the time, and then finding out about the accident. And that just sucked. So, so like I said, RIP to an era, man. Fat Tuesdays, a little call a cab ain't never hurt nobody.
That Bob Marley, or that was
No, that's Wet Willie's. Wet Willie's is still open. But yeah, guys. So with all of that said, thank you for tuning into episode 130. I definitely just wanted to go ahead and break out these lyrics and do a little something different for you guys. Maybe because I just wanted to also just say pussy.
pussy before YouTube sends us anything.
For real. Well, yeah. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you guys tune into the other episodes. Have 600. Thank you for being in the building. I appreciate you guys so much. And for the 130th time in a motherfucking row, it's your girl Claudia Renee on your airwaves, and we are out of here.
Dub, 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 team, motherfucking dub, ho.